Ralph Bristol is the host of Nashville's Morning News on a local fledgling radio station called Super Talk 99.7 WTN. He's also my best friend, and he has been championing the fight to repeal Common Core, especially the last 3 days, and it's so good to have him in this fight with us. Ralph Bristol.
Thank you, Michael. You know how they talk about when it's cold and then it's really windy and they give the temperature, it's 45 degrees outside, but it feels like 22. I think the crowd estimates, when the media reports the crowd estimate here tonight on the TV, they'll say, there's about 200 people out there, but it feels like 2,000 to me. And it sounds like 20,000. Okay, I just ruined my voice. I got to quit doing that. You know, in a corporate flow chart, they show the bosses up here and the employees down here. That's why you're on Moore Memorial Plaza and they're down there underneath on Legislative Plaza, because you're the boss. And what are you here to tell them? You're here to tell them to repeal Common Core. And they're going to. They're going to. Let me tell you how it's going to happen and why it's going to happen. It's going to happen because a long time before the lawmakers even woke up to what Common Core was or what it was all about or who was building it or what it was going to do, there were ladies like Julie West and Lori Day and Bobby Petray and guys like Kevin Kukaji who were already awake and already knew it. And they kept going after the lawmakers one by one and educating them until finally we got to the point where we are right now, where they actually have all woken up and they've taken a look at Common Core, and most of them who thought they liked it before have decided they don't like it. And that's your fault. It's because of you they've decided they don't like it. And so here's what's going to happen. Tomorrow morning, shortly after 9 o'clock, let me back up a little bit. There was a little emergency caucus meeting amongst the Republican Party in Legislative Plaza earlier this week. And the leaders were going to set Rick Womack straight about who caused the bill to be delayed in committee. And they got up and they started to set him straight, and then he got a chance to talk, and guess what? He set them straight about what was happening, and what was happening was the leadership was intentionally holding the bill up in committee, and they can do that anytime they want to, and that's exactly what they did. Yeah. But there's another way, and it's almost never used, to get the bill on the floor anyway. Well, there's actually a couple of different ways. The one they're going to use tomorrow, and this is what's going to happen, and you can watch it, because one of the great things Tennessee does is it shows you live, as they're doing it, on your computer, what's going on. You can watch the chamber, or you can go, and all of these folks up here and that organize this, they want as many of you to show up as possible. But if you can't, watch and see what happens. What's going to happen is shortly after 9 o'clock, there's going to be an education bill that comes up for a regular calendar. And somebody's going to jump up and they're going to try to table the bill. And Speaker Harwell is going to raise her gavel and as fast as she can say, hearing no objection, so ordered, and put her gavel down. Before she does that, all of the lawmakers that you turned one by one are going to jump out of their seats and they're going to say, object. And enough of them are going to do it that there will be no question that she cannot legitimately rule the bill, the amendment or the bill table. That doesn't mean that she won't do it. But unless they're asleep, and they have promised me they won't be asleep, they will object in time that she cannot legitimately rule it. There will be a vote on the bill, and the noses were counted earlier this week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you right now, there are enough votes because of what you have done. There are enough votes down there in that General Assembly. They will repeal Common Core. They will repeal Common Core. And if she stops them from doing it, there will be a coup after the next election, and we'll have a new speaker. And that's the truth. That will happen. One of those things will happen. I like Beth Harwell. I think Beth Harwell is a great, great example of today's modern American woman. She's smart, she's active, she's witty, she knows how to get things done. She doesn't sit on the sidelines. She rolls up her sleeves, she gets to work, she goes to it, she gets up to leadership, and she makes things happen. But Beth, darling, you're wrong this time. And you know you're wrong. And there's a lot of people who work down on Legislative Plaza and will be in the Capitol tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock who made a bad decision in 2010. And they weren't the only ones asleep. A lot of us were asleep. We were trying to get more people elected to the House of Representatives in the United States Congress, and we did. But we didn't fight on every front there was. And one big one we all missed, most of us, is Common Core. And we let it go through in Tennessee. And most of the Republican lawmakers who voted for it have decided they were asleep. They did do the wrong thing. And they are prepared to make that right tomorrow morning. And they will make that right tomorrow morning because you are out here today. Because you 2,000 people are out here today. Governor Haslam, Speaker Harwell, I will ask you one more time. Please do what you know is the right thing to do. Please listen to the people who have spoken up since we made that mistake in 2010 and help us, don't stop us, repeal Common Core. Thank all of you for being here today.